Soccer cleat insoles are admittedly quite boring. There's not a lot of variety and they all feel pretty well the same. The only thing that really separates them is the lining material. In the case of the PureControl, it has a very interesting implementation of boost technology, which if you ever had an Adidas running shoe or even sneaker with a full boost setup, you know how comfortable that can be. The problem with this, while I think it's an excellent idea, is that it's just way too thin. There's only a single layer of boost. So when there's any kind of compression, you basically just hit the bottom. It's too thin to create that bouncy effect. And even with the added layer of boost you have on the underside of the insole in the PureControl, it's still not enough thickness to create that bouncy kind of running shoe underfoot cushion effect, which obviously you don't want it to feel mushy under feet. But I think that this is an insole that if it were 3 times thicker, which still wouldn't be too thick for a soccer cleat considering how much this material compresses, you would have a remarkably good insole in regards to underfoot cushioning. So hopefully Adidas, if you're watching, that's something that we'll see in the future, maybe in the next PureControl, or hopefully just in another shoe in general. What's going on, guys? Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you a quick review plus on-feet video of the Adidas A17 Plus PureControl in the Thunderstorm pack colorway. So we're gonna take a closer look at the details on the color itself. We'll talk a little bit about performance and of course, take a look at how they fit and feel on feet. So if you wanna learn more, stick around, watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair for yourself, the Thunderstorm pack did not release in the US, but it did come out pretty much everywhere else. So if you click the little pop-up in the corner of the screen or the first link down below in the description, that'll take you to the review page on my website, and there will be buy it now links for this particular colorway, but they'll be out of Europe. Pretty much the same price as the US variation, but you'll have to pay a little bit extra in terms of shipping. But if you really want them, they are still available to you. Again, first link down below. Included with the boots is this string bag, but you also get a few other extras with the PureControl, including this shoehorn, which I personally do not use. It's supposed to make things easier, but I find that it actually makes things a little bit more difficult, so I've never actually used this ever. And you get an extra set of regular foam insoles, mesh liner on top. It does have that lightning actual pattern to it, an actual lightning pattern. That's real lightning, by the way. And then it's just a solid foam insole with some perforations. Nothing too fancy, but it's nice to get an extra set. The colorway itself looks really, really good. This is probably my personal favorite colorway of the PureControl in general. This is a shoe that I'm just personally not a huge fan of the overall aesthetics of. I know people love the way this shoe looks, but to me the shape's just a little bit weird. This color though, this purple, looks awesome. It's kind of got this almost like satin chrome finish to it and a little bit of a color change effect going from purple to like a blue, which just looks really, really cool. I'm a big fan of this particular color. And then of course you have, because it's the Thunderstorm pack, that lightning that kind of streaks through the side of the shoe. On the lateral side, it's not as noticeable. You can see it here at the back of the Adidas stripes, and the stripes, it's pretty much just solid, and then it peaks out at the end. But on the medial side, it's a little bit more clear to see, although it is purple on purple. So from a distance, it's not something that you really notice whatsoever. You do of course have the Adidas stripes with the little kind of teal outline for the 3 stripes themselves, the Ace branding right here, and the, what is that, non-stop grip? No, Control Skin branding, sorry, messed up. Control Skin branding in black right there. The little exposed meshing at the top is a combination of black and purple. Teal Adidas logo there, teal branding there on the back, and then the sole plate and heel counter, which I don't really care for all that much in terms of the overall look. It's got this painted finish, which is a wearable finish, by the way, so the teal and the darker, basically black rather than purple at the heel, technically will wear off over time. It's got the translucent window for the boost foam, but this particular finish, it almost looks like it's homemade. And I get that it's an accent color with the outside here, but I think that if it were just solid purple in general, the shoe itself would just look a lot cleaner in general. But that's just my personal opinion. I'd be curious to hear yours down below. Nonetheless, this is definitely my personal favorite colorway of the PureControl so far. As far as performance is concerned, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you know that I'm personally not too crazy about the PureControl in general, for reasons that I've explained before. But if you do want to learn more about the performance characteristics and my general thoughts and opinions on this particular shoe, I'm gonna leave a little pop-up on screen to my full playtest video of the PureControl. You get to see the shoes in action, you get to hear me talk about the experience of wearing them, and you get to hear me talk about what I like and what I dislike about the shoes in general. So if you wanna learn more, be sure to check out that video. As far as putting them on is concerned, they give you these 2 lace loops for a reason. It basically is a 2-hand job to get these on. So what I like to do is index fingers in both loops, spin it around like this, use my thumb as somewhat of a shoehorn towards the front and back, and then basically just pull my foot into the shoe. From there, all you can really do, and what you will have to do, is adjust this little underpiece right here where you do actually have an extra security thing on the inside. Pull that so there's no creases in it, and that's it. That's all you can do. They're on your feet, that's the way they fit. On feet, the PureControl does fit decently well, but it's also a shoe that feels really, really stiff to me, both in the midfoot and especially in the heel area. The midfoot, because you have this plastic side piece where the Adidas stripes are, that's not just for branding's sake and the look of the shoe, it's actually a sidewall to add structure because the shoe doesn't have laces. And then the back of the shoe, again, partially because it is a laceless system, is just really heavily reinforced. So it does have a super stiff feel to it in general. Same thing goes for the sole plate. So that's really the big thing with the break-in process, is just getting over the stiffness. And then you do have the other issues with the laceless system, in that it's not the most locked in, especially depending on how well they fit your feet. If they fit you really, really well, it's not gonna be as much of an issue for you. It's not gonna be completely eliminated. But if they don't fit you quite as well because it isn't adjustable, all of the issues will just be a lot worse, basically. That's the issue with laceless systems in general. The lack of adjustability is a big deal. As far as width is concerned, it's not a super narrow fit, it's not a super wide fit either. I think they'll fit most people, but if you do have really wide feet, or you like your shoes to fit a very specific way, these probably aren't the best option for you. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and fit in the length is perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair, I would recommend going true to size. Anyways, guys, that is it for my review of the Thunderstorm Pack Adidas A17 Plus PureControl. Again, if you're interested in a pair for yourself, you can click the first link down below in the description. That'll take you to the review page on my website, where you will find buy it now links for this particular shoe. If you enjoyed today's video, as always, be sure to support it with a like. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below, and I'll do my best to get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.